hike.
The Super Bowl is coming up, and I thought it would be kind of helpful for some people, side note my friends, to have kind of like a football 101 video that they could watch so they kind of enjoy the game. They're not just kind of sitting there. But yeah, so you can share it with anyone, friends, girlfriends, sisters, uncles, whatever. Okay.
You might want to start running more regularly.
Okay, stop, I know. Okay, first things first, there is an offense and a defense. There's special teams too. Now, the primary objective of the offense is to get the ball up the field to the end zone where the touchdowns are scored. The defense, on the other hand, their job is to completely prohibit that from happening and stop the offense from getting up the field. So the offensive line is super important to the offense because if you can't block, you can't really run plays. Their job is to essentially protect the quarterback, run up the ball, and to create space for running backs to do their thing. The offensive line, they stand like this. Google it. So what is this? The linemen stand like this. Is this right? Do I look like I'm doing it? Like, am I ready? In addition to the offensive line, you have your quarterback, you have your receivers who catch the ball, that's their main job. Then you have your backs, fullbacks, halfbacks. Their primary job is to run the ball, but they can also catch it. The offense has four tries to move the ball 10 yards. If they can't successfully do that, then they turn the ball over. So if the offense is successful in moving the ball all the way up the field to the end zone, that's a touchdown, and that is 6 points. Now, the extra point, where you usually see like 7-0, that comes from the kick. The kicker kicks the ball through the goalpost, getting an extra point. And that's how you get your 7-0 score. Now, even though teams generally choose that's usually their safe bet, there is another option, and that's to run a 2-point conversion. And that's essentially like a tiny touchdown. The offense is running another play to, again, end up in the end zone. Because it's a bigger risk, you get a bigger reward, and that's worth 2 points versus the 1 point. Are you listening to this? Is this factual? You hear what I'm saying?
You made that super complicated.
Did I? If the offense isn't successful in getting to the end zone, they're able to kick the ball if they're close enough for 3 points, making your score 3-0 if it's like the beginning of the game. One sec. Hold on, it's fine. Now, moving on to defense. You have your D-line. Now, remember, they're at the scrimmage line against the offensive linemen that are like this. They're composed of either 3 or 4 dudes, depending on whether it's a 4-3 or a 3-4. If it's a 4-3, you have 4 guys on the D-line and 3 linebackers behind them. If it's a 3-4, it's just the complete opposite. And then you have your cornerbacks and your safeties, the secondary, and they're pretty much in charge of defending receivers, running backs, etc. So now getting into penalties, I guess the best ones to go over would be holding, which is pretty self-explanatory. You're literally holding that person. Then you have offsides. That's usually where your defensive line is lined up on the wrong side of the scrimmage line, which is where both teams meet. Then you have false start, which is when the offensive side, someone on the offensive side moves before the ball is snapped. That is not allowed. What else? Pass interference, which is very complicated for me to understand when I watch. But essentially what that is when a defender is interfering with a receiver's ability to catch the ball. But it's really complicated because you can also have offense do pass interference, right? So I don't... face mask. Self-explanatory. You grab someone's face mask. That's not okay. But you can't grab their hair, right? I mean, those would be the big ones. And that's just a super quick overview, just so you know what's going on when they're lined up, when one team has the ball, what they're trying to do, what it means when they kick a field goal, what it means when there's a flag. The little flags are yellow things, and they're just flying everywhere on the field. How do I just kind of end my things abruptly. So I hope that was kind of sort of helpful. Like I said, pass this on. I hope it helps. And Peace out. Right on. I was expecting that one. And yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make it in that what is it, garbage can? Just genuine skill.